All right, this morning we're going to go over and review some of Marvin's misunderstood Marvinisms. Number one is feeding your dog cheeseburgers. What does that mean, Marvin?
Feed him anything that he don't need for no reason.
Okay, and what do we really feel Marvin means?
Giving your dog extra treats, affection, anything that may not benefit their training.
That's excessive and maybe given at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Because you don't actually have a problem if someone gave their
I feed
dog
my dogs
a
cheeseburgers sometimes.
cheeseburger.
I feed them pizza sometimes, but they earn it. I don't feed my dogs junk to try to get them to be better.
Not for training. You're not giving them affection and treats and food for training.
Correct.
That's what you mean when you say quit feeding your dog cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that could be anything.
Number two, you just have to not care. Which to me sounds like you just need to not give a shit about your dog or your training.
It's not about your dog or your training. It's like you've just got to have fun.
You need
can't
to be
so
okay
bent
with
out of
making
shape.
mistakes.
Hell, anybody make a mistake. If they don't, they're already dead.
And so maybe when you say you need to not care, you mean don't worry so much.
Yeah, don't
and
stress out. Have
and
fun.
Stress your dog out
And that's what people do constantly. They just like overthink it.
yeah. Okay, number three, when you say someone did terrible.
Well, they usually did. But if they did terrible, that don't mean they like intentionally done anything wrong. They just didn't do what I would do, and they didn't do what the dog needed them to do. So terrible is like kind of a mean word, I guess, according to some people, but I've been told that a few hundred times or maybe more in my life. But I asked for it, you know. A guy told me one time that I paid him a lot of money for a clinic, and I went there and he said, "I'm not here to make friends." I'm like, what a prick, you know. But I learned a lot. I won a lot of money off of what he taught me, and I won a saddle or two, and I learned a lot, and it helped me be a better teacher for what team roping's what it was, you know. But well, I'm still like butthurt about it. Because I might have wanted to have been his friend. I'm not. He made that plain, but I'm not that way with our dog people. I want to be everybody's friend. I don't want to be that guy that's a prick, even though I am sometimes.
They didn't do what you think was best for their dog in the moment.
And themselves,
Yeah.
you know, because they overthink it.
Yeah.
What you really mean when you say they do terrible is they could do better.
They should do better.
Yeah. Okay. What? Another one, number four, having your dog in your lap all the time.
What do I mean? Well, you shouldn't have your dog in your lap if he's going to bite you, chew on your paw, you steal your cheeseburger,
Do you mean
run
physically
away.
in their lap all the time?
Yeah,
Or do you-
physically.
Yeah, there's a different
Yeah.
one that he means not. In your lap, he does mean in your lap.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're sitting around with your dog in your lap that just bit your wife or husband or kid, it's probably not the best place for the dog.
The next one is drooling over your dog,
That's
which
like,
I picture actual saliva coming out like
I've
someone's
seen
looking
it.
for Hemsworth.
We've had to give them napkins for her, Kleenexes or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So people do. They just like.
But that's any sort of over affection. They don't have
There's
to
no
physically
such
be
thing
drooling.
as over affection for a well-mannered dog that can handle it.
Yeah.
What
But
does that mean?
If your dog is like Bear, he gets way, way over affection from a lot of people. But you can be like Go, and he's like, "I'll see you later."
He's not.
there.
Um,
Addicted.
yeah.
He's not addicted to affection.
Okay.
There's
you
people
can't
that way.
drool over a dog that you can't tell to leave after you're done drooling.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
He might leave and go bite the person standing next to you.
It's not good when the addiction is mutual.
Yeah, it's just terrible. And people don't get it.
An example would be your dog is laying on plates and you can't leave them alone. You have to go pet them
Yeah,
because
or
they
stare
keep
at him,
laying on
just like,
plates, yeah.
you know. people
So
don't
what's
know.
the difference between your saying of having them in your lap, drooling over them, or looking into their soul?
Well, they're all related. They're probably first cousins. Maybe siblings. But it all comes to the same thing. If you, and I've seen people, I've had them in my round pen before in a lesson with their dog, and I had to go over there and be like, hey, we're talking.
That's drooling.
Were
right?
you not there? Looking
Yes.
in her soul. They were just
Yeah.
looking in her
Oh,
soul.
okay.
They just like,
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to literally go put my hand in front of the guy's face.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't get
and
bit by the
remind
dog.
them that they were in class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a private lesson, and he wasn't there. He was like, I don't know, on the beach with his dog.
And it's okay that you love your dog to that degree, but it's not okay that you can't leave them alone.
Here's one good way to tell if you're like looking in your dog's soul, if you're drooling over your dog. If you can put a show on TV and place your dog there and watch the show, and when it's over, if you don't know what you watched on TV, you got a problem. It's like Jeff says, here's your sign. That would be your sign. And I see it, I see it constantly. And so,
Okay, it's easy.
well, it is if you make it that way. Look at you now. You even say that sometimes, and you're like, I can't say that because Marvin said that.
I don't ever say it's
Well,
easy. I say the technique is simple, but the emotional part is difficult.
It all comes back to if you have a dog who bites people, runs away, won't come to you, eats a cushion off your couch, lays on the floor and stares at you and whines and whimpers and barks at you, you got a problem. You need help, and that's what we're here for. And people pay us. I mean, would you rather I would be like, geez, you're doing so good with that dog, but don't let him bite me again, okay? He's a nice dog.
No, I'm just trying to help people understand what you mean when
Well,
you say
I don't want to be.
it's easy. If it was easy, they wouldn't have to pay you to teach them.
Well, it is easy, but people don't make it easy. It's like me leaving that cheeseburger alone. It's easy, except I really want it, and I'll probably eat it because it's there. And that's what you do with your dog. They're there, so you'll drool over them. You'll look in their soul and you'll stare at them.
Wired 440 is the next one.
Well, they just can't control themselves. And it can be the human or the dog.
Or like high voltage electricity.
Yeah, they're just like,
Yeah.
gotta go. They just can't sit still. Like lightning strikes, it's just bam, blows everything up and it's done. 440 is not like that. It grabs a hold of you and just blows up. You're still right there in the middle of the whole show.
And it has electricity running through it constantly.
Yeah, it's just not
never
good.
shut off.
I know people like that.
Okay, and then last one for today. They can't be on the couch and the bed.
Well, not if they're not good. But sometimes, I see it whenever the dog should be on the bed or the couch and the human should be on the floor. Because the human's that bad. And that's what makes the dog bad. Dog's not born bad.
What do you mean? You gotta elaborate. What do you mean the human is that bad?
They just won't leave the dog alone. You humans get dogs addicted.
Are you not a human?
Not in this category, no. I'm a robot. But you get these dogs addicted to looking in their soul. They look in your soul. You get them addicted to cheeseburgers for being bad. If they're being good, they probably wouldn't even expect a cheeseburger. And that's because they're never good. They're just always in trouble.
To understand what he's talking about, please refer to the first half of the video.
It's just terrible. But dogs are not born this way. Humans make them this way. And that's what we're here for, to help the dog have a better human.
And you don't feel humans do this on purpose?
No, never. They just had this myth, They go on YouTube and they
Like they are right now. What?
a person the other day told me they might have to get rid of their dog and get another dog and love on that dog, and that dog could take it. I'm like, you're like smoking something. You're going to get another dog and make it just like the dog you just had. And that's what happens. The guy
They should go to Walmart and get one off the shelf.
Exactly. The guy had 3 German Shepherds. Third German Shepherd, he came here, and I worked with a second one, helped him. Third one, he came here, and he's like, this dog's bad too. I think it's just the breed. I'm like, no, it's the human. It's you. You screwed up 3 good dogs, and you can't handle that fact. And I don't think he ever came back. But I showed him his dog wasn't bad. I done a lesson with him, showed him his dog don't have to jump on you. He don't have to put his teeth on you. He can sit down, he can lay down, and he can behave, but not when you're looking in the soul, eating cheeseburgers for no reason. Don't worry. All right, got anything else to add before I go to work?
Once the dog isn't biting people, isn't jumping on people, listens well, has good manners for the most part, you don't care if they're wired, you don't care if they're on the bed or the couch, you don't care if they eat cheeseburgers, and you don't care if we look into their soul or...
If the human's fixed, but if the human ain't fixed, he's going to, she, him, her, whoever it is, whatever.
So you're saying bring your dog...
It's going to screw it back up.
So you're saying bring your dog to training and go to therapy.
Well, the therapy's here. We do the therapy too. I just don't charge enough for the therapy. The dog training rates I feel are good, but the therapy is not. You know what those people make for doing therapy work? Like $200 or $300 an hour.
Yeah.
They might have a
And they don't even
more
get
qualifications.
No, they don't. They don't even get bit, and they don't even want to really always tell you all the truth because then you don't need to come back. You know. So I don't know.
But if the human is on their way to being fixed and the dog is behaving well, you're okay if they do some
well,
of
they
those
could
other
start
things.
getting a little bit more, the human, a little bit more relaxed.
You don't
with
like
the dog.
people to do all those things at once too quickly.
No, because then they're right back here.
Yeah.
You know, that's good for our business, but it ain't good for you and your dog training.
Thanks so much for watching. Let us know what you want us to cover next in the comments. Be sure to hit like and subscribe so you see our next video.